Clock coming up in our next hour of GMSA, a remarkable survival story of that man right there. He was trapped in his truck for 6 days. We're going to tell you how he was able to survive until he was rescued. And hot and dry, that was what we had all year last year, it seems like. It was rough on everybody and the plants as well. Sarah Costa has the top 5 plants you can put in your garden next year to hopefully help beat that heat. And also coming up next, the Arizona Wildcats taking on Oklahoma tonight in the Alamo Dome. But before kickoff, there was a very special moment right there for those two. We're going to tell you about that coming up in the next hour of GMSA. As we go to break, look at TransGuide. Traffic moving pretty good this morning, and the weather feels perfect because it is a little wintry. Coming up.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Hey, it's a chilly start, 38 degrees at 6 a.m. That weather out there feels like the weather it should feel like, in that week between Christmas and New Year's.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. Once again, it is 6 o'clock on Thursday. It is December 28th, creeping towards the end of the year, and a little change in the forecast coming up to greet us for the new year.
Yes, indeed. We do have, we're going to, stay cool the next couple of days. It was absolutely gorgeous yesterday. It's going to be just spectacular today. Great start. Warmer weekend, especially on Sunday. Then, just in time for the new year, another front. So we are going to start off on the cooler side. I hope that's a good omen as far as not having 8 million 100-degree days like we did this past year. But anyway, clear skies out there right now. I don't know if you can see it, but that little dot up there, that's the planet Venus. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of clear skies right now. The moon is gorgeous. It's going to be another beautiful moonrise later on this evening. It was full yesterday, of course. And temperatures with these clear skies. It is cold out there. We're down to 37 at the airport. Same thing at Randolph, New Braunfels, freezing parts of the hill country and your backyard around Valverde, Rio Medina, maybe freezing right now. Same thing over there in Uvalde. Mountain Cedar, yeah, the eye's a little itchy, nose a little stuffy. It's on the high side, 85-20. Updated count comes out later on this morning. Mold is low, and throughout the rest of today, lots of clear skies out there, lots of sunshine. Temperature is going to warm up very quickly this morning. We'll already be up to 56 degrees, so we gained basically 20 degrees throughout the course of the morning, and then we'll finish off at 62, right about what you'd expect this time of year with plenty of sunshine. Take today's weather, cut and paste tomorrow. Identical to it, and then like I said, it is going to be warming up for the weekend and then cooling down for the new year. Big question, is there any rain involved in that? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, take a look outside. If you are hitting the roads this morning, you do have to go into work, maybe cashing in some of those gift cards you got. Everything's moving along very well. We haven't seen anything around town so far this morning. 410 over there at Blanco, moving along nicely. Make sure you let somebody in, let somebody merge in. Let them kind of change lanes. Be nice out there. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
Thanks, Mike. All right, now to a story that we have been following extensively all week.
The search for 18-year-old Savannah Soto, a pregnant woman who was reported missing by her family when she didn't show up to the hospital to be induced, ending in tragedy. Family
members confirmed to KSAT that Savannah Soto was found inside her car in the 5900 block of Danny K, along with the body of a man. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office positively identified the man as Soto's boyfriend, Matthew Guerra.
Max Massey joins us live from Public Safety Headquarters. So, Max, what are police saying about this investigation? Still a lot of unanswered questions.
You're right, Sarah. It is a lot of unanswered questions. Now, police not naming names, but they did report that the pregnant 18-year-old and a man found in that car with a gunshot wound, and also reporting that an unborn child pronounced dead at the scene. So this really all unfolded starting through the week. Now, we started reporting this earlier this weekend, and during a news conference on Tuesday evening, SAPD Police Chief William McManus saying detectives were investigating the crime after they found the two as a possible murder. They also added it's a very perplexing crime scene. It's a complex scene. Now, the key optima where the bodies were discovered, believed to belong to Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. Now, McManus still unsure if a weapon was found in the car. The body is believed to be there for 3-4 days. There are a lot of theories about what exactly happened, but we have heard from both Savannah Soto's and Matthew Guerra's families.
Unreal. You never think like, oh, you're gonna have to go through this, but sometimes life just hits you in the wrong ways, and this is where it takes you. Unfortunately, it's very sad.
Me and Betty would have talks with the last 2-3 months. What kind of changes he wanted to make, what kind of dad he wanted to be, what kind of sports he wanted Fabian in. Just excited.
Now, this all began with a clear alert for Savannah Soto and the car that Soto and Guerra were found in. It was about 3 miles away from Savannah Soto's apartment. That was the 6,000 block of Grissom, where Soto was last seen 2 p.m. on Friday, December 22nd. And Sarah, you said it really well. There are still so many questions. Obviously, detectives from multiple departments still working on this case, still trying to figure out what exactly happened here and who exactly is responsible. But guys, we are clearly still following this story. We have a full recap, everything we know, speaking to the family, speaking to investigators. Just head to ksat.com. David, Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. New this morning, San Antonio police investigating a shooting that injured 2 men on the city's west side. Gunfire erupted between 2 men around 9:30 last night in the 700 block of Leal Street, west of downtown, that's near I-10 and I-35. A man was hit in the shoulder and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police say the suspect was in a white car, drove off. However, that's not where the story ends. About 15 minutes after the shooting, police say that suspect in the white car drove to the 900 block of West Myrtle, about a mile away, and called for help because he was also shot in the leg. That man was taken to University Hospital. So far, there's no word on any charges he could face or his current condition.
The body of a woman was found inside a ditch on the city's southeast side yesterday, and this morning, Bexar County Medical Examiner's office is working to ID her. San Antonio police say she was discovered in a ditch in the 8800 block of Pecan Valley by someone who was walking by. So far, we've learned the woman is 38 years old, and investigators are working to figure out the cause of her death.
Now to the crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border. Last night, leaders in Mexico announcing a new strategy for that situation down there.
Their decision comes as border officials brace for record-high migrant crossings.
ABC's Rachel Bade explains the new strategy and what to expect.
Mexican officials unveiling a new task force to address the migrant surge at the U.S.-Mexico border, a move that comes after U.S. officials pressed the nation to do more to stem the crisis. Sources telling ABC News that U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas pushed Mexico to step up immigration enforcement within their country, help reopen ports of entry, and encourage migrants to stay in Mexico. Mexico's Foreign Affairs Minister heeding that request, telling reporters after the meeting that as part of the new task force, Mexico will regularly meet with countries in Central and Latin America. The next meeting will be in January. One senior U.S. administration official telling ABC News that the U.S. is pleased with what Mexico proposed. The news coming as overwhelmed border officials brace for the arrival of this caravan, a group that's estimated to top 6,000 migrants. The month of December is on track to have the highest number of apprehensions ever, according to CBP officials. Some days they predict could even reach 10,000. Elsewhere in the U.S., Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott continues to infuriate Democratic mayors by sending migrants to their own cities, all on the taxpayer dime. New York City Mayor Eric Adams rebuking him.
To stop the games and use of migrants as political pawns. We need the state and federal government's help in resettling and supporting the 68,000 migrants still in our care, as well as those who are on their way and those yet to come.
Mexican leaders also told U.S. officials that they'll crack down on smuggling. Meanwhile, back here in the United States, a sweeping bipartisan border bill remains stuck in Congress. Rachel Bade, ABC News, Washington.
Top of your morning headlines. A man involved in a police chase in Houston is waking up in jail this morning. It all began when the driver of that 18-wheeler was parked in the main lanes of the interstate. An officer pulled up behind the truck, turned on his overhead lights. The driver then drove off pretty slow, leading the police on a chase. But they had to use stop sticks to get that truck to stop. It hit 2 tires. After the truck was able to stop, the driver did not want to get out. The police used several different tactics to try to get him out. Finally, a tactical team had to pull him out of the cab. The driver was taken away for medical attention, and there's no word yet on any charges.
Well, 6 people are dead in North Texas after a head-on crash in Claiborne. That's just south of Fort Worth. So state public safety officials say a pickup truck entered the opposite lane in a no passing area when it collided with an oncoming minivan. 6 of the people inside of that van died. 2 of those victims, children, ages 9 and 10 years old. 2 teenage boys in the truck have critical injuries. DPS says 5 of those victims who died were from Georgia.
Right now on KSAT.com, a former North Texas high school soccer coach arrested and accused of using a school credit card at a Houston strip club. J.D. Bales arrested last week and charged with theft of property. Bales resigned back in September after Bridgeport ISD discovered charges of $5,400 at the men's club of Houston while Bales was attending a coach's clinic.
Before we go to break, a man in Indiana is alive after being trapped in his truck, get this, for 6 days, hoping to be found after he crashed near a creek in South Bend. His survival is being called nothing short of a Christmas miracle. So Matt Ream says he somehow crashed into a creek but was pinned and unable to reach his phone. State troopers say he was able to survive for nearly a week by drinking rainwater. Fishermen turned Good Samaritans found the truck 6 days later. The man had to have his leg amputated from the mid-shin down, but he's thankful to be alive. Wow.
It is 6:10 and 39 degrees.
After the break, the Arizona Wildcats are taking on Oklahoma tonight in the Alamo Bowl. The special surprise an Arizona player got before kickoff.
And outside with live cam once again, going to be another great day to get the kids out of the house. Outside, kids, go out and play, do something. Get off the electronics, go find a ball, a bat, some gloves, something, some skates, whatever, bicycle, get out. And it's finally here. Today's the day for the Alamo Bowl, just hours away from kickoff between number 12 Oklahoma and number 14 Arizona. Yesterday, head coaches Jedd Fisch and Brent Venables spoke with KSAT at the Dome before facing off tonight, and here's a close-up of the trophy. Ooh, isn't that nice? Take that home, huh? The two are hoping to win that trophy. Fisch and his Wildcats, 3-point favorites to beat Venables and his Oklahoma Sooners tonight.
We know we got an incredible opponent ahead of us. Oklahoma has done an amazing job this year, amazing job in years past, and it is a true blue blood of college football. So the opportunity for us to play them, we don't take lightly. We're very grateful for that, and we know they got a heck of a team. So we're going to have to bring our very best tomorrow evening, and we hope it's in front of a sold-out crowd. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, buy now.
Our guys are excited to play. We got 70 scholarship players that are committed to, finishing what they started, and really excited about what we've seen, and an opportunity for the 129th team in Oklahoma history to have a chance to go after an 11th win. What a blessing that is. Been done 27 times in Oklahoma's history, and tied with Alabama. So we got a great opportunity against a fantastic opponent, easily one of the best matchups in all the bowl season. So looking forward to tomorrow night.
Ain't nothing like the Arizona coach pushing ticket sales for you. That's good stuff. Before kickoff, one player for the Wildcats got a pretty big surprise from his family. Here it is. Little reunion last night. Wildcats offensive lineman Wendell Moy reunited with his mom at the team hotel. She flew into San Antonio early from California just to surprise her son ahead of the big game. Wendell talked about his mom being there and how much she means to him.
For her to be out here for this game means everything. She's been my rock, my support, and I just love her so much.
Awesome. Wildcats and Sooners take the field in the Dome tonight. Kickoff set for 8:15, and you can watch it on ESPN, or you can go buy a ticket. Hey, last night's Texas Bowl. Oklahoma State beat Texas A&M 31-23 in Houston. Aggie starting quarterback Jalen Henderson suffered a serious arm injury on the first play of the game. So that pretty much ended it for A&M. Oklahoma State able to slow down a late game comeback from the Aggies to take home that trophy. So A&M ends up losing the bowl game. They've had a rough season.
Yeah.
Regardless. When you fire your coach in the middle of the season, things aren't going well.
So the question now, I know I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself, next year when they start the 12-team playoff, what bowls are going to be the playoff sites? I know, of course, Alamo Bowl wants to be one of those.
Sure. That's another reason why you want to buy your tickets. We were talking about this yesterday. Buy your tickets, go support this bowl game, and make sure that everybody is enjoying themselves here in San Antonio. It is one of the best bowls outside of the major bowls in the country. So I think they will probably be a part of this 12 somehow, some way.
Isn't there talk of like having the 4 or 6 main bowls being the ones that kind of rotate and then have...
But you're going to have some other bowls involved in it.
And then have the Alamo Bowl maybe rotating with other ones every other year or something like that.
So hopefully, they've showed it year in and year out. It's the highest rated bowl on ESPN, more than likely. It will be again tonight.
And welcome to all of our visitors that are here for it.
It's one of the most, people love to come to San Antonio. I mean, look at the weather.
Yeah.
Where do you think everybody is today?
Yeah. Well, not driving really. I mean, we're having
sleeping right now, hopefully.
Not a lot of traffic because it's that week between Christmas and New Year's where people really, it's like half are working, a lot are on vacation, half just become the couch. They're one with the couch. Thank you for watching us. Those that are on the couch watching.
I love that player's mom coming to see him. So, you see them on TV and on the field in their uniforms, but then when they take them out, it's like they're little boys. They're my boys' age, It's like they're little kids and there's mom coming in there. So
special moment for a special game tonight.
Yes, indeed. All right, take a look outside right now, and boy, it is absolutely gorgeous out there. It's going to be a spectacular sun. Are we seeing? No, not yet. I'm jumping the gun here as far as seeing the glow of the sunrise this morning. Speaking of celestial objects, look at that. Another great picture of the full moon from yesterday. And it is known as the cold full moon. Kind of goes without saying. And boy, absolutely beautiful out there. All right, speaking of cold, this is historically the coldest time of the year. It started back on the 24th and goes through January 20th, so almost a full month, where the average high temperature is 63, the average low temperature is 41. We're pretty close to those, obviously below normal for the low temperature this morning. We're going to be right in that vicinity then later on this afternoon. Freezing out in the hill country now. Bandera has joined the freezing club out there. Bulverde at 33, 34 Rio Medina. We have dropped down from 40 to 37 within the hour, so we'll drop down another couple of degrees. And thanks to the clear skies, light wind, dry air, all in the 3 ingredients that you need for this good radiational cooling. All right, huge storm system up to the north and northeast of us, and this is what's brought in the latest batch of cold air up there. Also some wintry weather up in the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, up to the northeast, and this is what's keeping us on the cool side as well. So that's going to work its way off to the east, and then we get a little bit of a kind of a ridge trying to build on in here for the weekend, which means instead of being right in the low 60s, mid 60s on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, but then we get another shot of some cold air that's going to be pumped on in here, and that's going to be the case starting off for the first of the week, first of the new year. This low wants to develop out here. Doesn't look like it's going to do a heck of a lot. A couple of showers possible then on Wednesday as that works its way on through. Then we've got another one of those lows which is going to be developing out there to the west of us, and that it's still a little bit iffy as to if it's going to be a rainmaker by next weekend or not. There's still some, going back and forth as far as long-range computer models. Obviously, keep our fingers crossed for that. Satellite picture right now, nothing is showing up. And up there to the northeast, you saw on the upper level wind map, there's that huge storm system right there. And if you got any travel plans up around the Great Lakes and New England, any flights to or from, you may want to definitely check ahead because of potential delays out there. Today, we make it up to 62. Same thing tomorrow. Cold starts, though. We'll be down in the mid-30s again tomorrow morning as well as on Saturday morning, up to 65 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday. Huge warm up on Sunday. That's preceding the front, which is going to be moving through here Sunday night into Monday. So we'll start off the new year definitely on the chilly side with a high of only 58 degrees, 52 on Tuesday, and then a small chance for some rain coming in here on Wednesday.
Looks good to me. Thank you, Mike.
622 down to 37 degrees.
We'll be right back with your consumer headlines.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
2 officers hurt by suspected drunk drivers are doing okay today. Getting caught drunk driving could cost you upwards of $17,000, and that's not all.
Attorney fees are more expensive. Your insurance is more expensive, especially if you end up on probation. Your fees for that will cost you more.
Watch the full story on KSAT.com and KSAT's YouTube page.
In your morning consumer headlines, the New York Times is suing ChatGPT creator OpenAI and Microsoft, claiming copyright infringement. The paper says its published articles were used to train chatbots. OpenAI says it respects the rights of content creators and is committed to working with the Times.
Apple's Series 9 and Ultra 2 watches are officially back on the market. A federal judge has lifted an import ban. It was brought on by a patent dispute with a medical technology company. The dispute centers on the device's blood oxygen sensor. The court case led Apple to have to halt sales last week.
TikTok users are not happy. The app is demanding their iPhone passwords to view content. The news is considered especially troublesome since TikTok has been caught spying on journalists. However, workarounds have been found. Reddit users say updating the app to the newest version should resolve the issue.
It is 6:26, 37 degrees.
Take a look outside with TransGuide. We've been seeing a steady flow of traffic right here at Loop 410 and Blanco. People getting an early start to the morning. Not seeing a lot of incidents out on the road at this time, thankfully. But hey, we're keeping an eye on traffic. And of course, Mike will have our forecast for the week when we come back.
If you are waking up, get ready. It's going to be another beautiful day. It's a little chilly right now, so you might need a jacket if you're headed out. If not, just roll back over in bed. Keep your one eye on the TV, and then one eye like under the blanket, and just kind of stay there.
It's like the slow way of waking up. Good morning. Hey, in case you didn't know, it's Thursday, December 28th.
I was just trying to think, because then you have to kind of maneuver so you don't have the cold air seeping down the blanket. You got to keep it all tucked in and everything, but still be able to.
It's a strategy.
It is.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it is gorgeous out there this morning. If you do have to head out, you might want to warm up the car just a little bit. And look at that glow, that orange glow right there along the horizon. It's going to be just an absolutely picture-perfect kind of a sunrise this morning. Temperature right now is at 37 degrees. The normal average low is 41. So, yes, we are definitely on the chilly side. Dew point's at 32, so we got some bone-dry air out there. Little bit of a breeze, so maybe a hint of a wind chill in places. But now down to freezing in Bulverde, out toward the hill country, 36 at Port SA. We'll drop down another degree or two in the next hour or so before that sun comes up and starts to warm things up, and it is going to warm up very quickly. Mountain Cedars on the high side. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, a lot of folks are now starting to feel it. The itchy eyes, the sneezes, sniffles, everything else that goes along with that. Mold is low. The updated count's going to come out later on this morning. Cold start. Beautiful day today. Absolutely gorgeous. Kind of a repeat of yesterday, although we are going to be a bit cooler. Same thing tomorrow. Cold start right around low 60s, normal high temperature. Then we go into the weekend. It's going to be cold in the morning, but we are going to start to be warmer in the afternoon. We'll get up to 65 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, but that precedes a front which comes through late Sunday. So as you're out welcoming in the new year, we're going to welcome in some colder air to start off the new year. Highs are only going to be in the 50s next week. big question. We're going to see some rain because we could desperately use some. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority right now. We've been kind of scanning the streets over the course of the morning, and there is just nothing out there. 410 at Blanco. Everything's moving along very well. And looking at some of the other cameras around town, nothing's going on. Hopefully it stays that way. Drive carefully if you are heading out this morning. Sarah, David?
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, what was first believed to be two separate shootings appear to be connected.
Police tell us gunfire overnight ended with both the victim and the suspect in the hospital, and authorities discovered the two men at separate locations. The situation unfolded near downtown. The two locations the two men were found, the 700 block of Leal and the 900 block of West Myrtle.
Max Massey joins us live from Public Safety Headquarters. So, Max, what do we know about this shooting?
Good morning, guys. First and foremost, police on the scene telling us that this does appear to be gang related. So we want to take you to both scenes. We're going to start off with the first one. What you're looking at right now is where the first 911 call came from. This shooting came out around 9:30 last night. This is Leal Street. A man shot just under the shoulder. He was actually transported to the hospital at last check in critical condition. So the victim, the man who was shot here, telling investigators that the suspect who shot him took off in a white vehicle. Then, taking you to the second location, just 15 minutes later, another shooting victim reported on West Myrtle Street. Now, this victim, a man in his 20s, was shot in the leg. He was taken to University Hospital, and guys, as it turns out, police have connected these two shootings, saying the man in the second shooting was actually the suspect from the first one on Leal Street. He reportedly drove himself to the West Myrtle location before calling police. Now, still a lot of questions left here. Detectives working through the morning, investigators trying to piece this all together, trying to figure out who exactly is responsible for the shootings, trying to figure out who could face charges and what those charges may be. Guys, back to you.
Max, thank you. Now to the story we've been following extensively all week. The family of 18-year-old Savannah Soto now has to plan two funerals for Savannah and her unborn baby.
They're also planning to honor her today with a vigil at Kenwood Park. It is a special location for the family because a tree is planted there in honor of Soto's 15-year-old brother, Ethan. The family hosted a vigil at the park last year, right after he was killed. Police believe they found Savannah, who was pregnant, dead in a car on the northwest side. The medical examiner has confirmed the man who was also inside that car was Matthew Guerra, Savannah's boyfriend. Police also revealed the couple had gunshot wounds.
Unreal. You never think like, oh, you're gonna have to go through this, but sometimes life just hits you in the wrong ways, and this is where it takes you. Unfortunately, it's very sad.
Eagles Flight Advocacy and Outreach is helping Soto's family. They're asking for grocery gift cards or non-perishables to be donated at Kim's Closets, that's on Blanco Road.
We're also hearing from family of Soto's boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, his family getting the news from police that no parent ever wants to hear. Guerra's parents say he was excited about becoming a dad.
Me and Matthew would have talks with the last 2-3 months. What kind of changes he wanted to make, what kind of dad he wanted to be, what kind of sports he wanted Fabian in. Just excited.
Matthew's father, Gabriel, admitted his son did not always make the best decisions. Matthew had charges of unlawful carry, evading arrest, and a domestic assault charge from last Christmas. His father went on to say his son would not kill Savannah or the baby. This is a story we're learning more about each and every day, and police are still calling it perplexing at this time. Officers have not released many details so far. There's not been any arrest or suspect information in their deaths.
The search continues this morning for the person responsible for killing this man. This is 29-year-old Damian Franklin. He was shot multiple times just days before Christmas. This is video from the scene last Wednesday at Highway 151 near South Callahan Road on the city's west side. Police say Franklin was found on the side of the access road with several gunshot wounds to his back. If you know anything that can help lead officers to a suspect, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at that number there on your screen, 210-224-STOP.
Well, a woman will face over 10 years behind bars for her role in the death of a 19-year-old Natalie Carrington was sentenced to 15 years in prison. She's one of 6 people charged in the robbery and shooting of Jasmine Williams. happened in July of 2020. So initially, Carrington and her co-defendants faced capital murder charges. However, all have taken pleas for lesser charges. The victim's sister says justice was not served.
Justice really failed the judge, the prosecutor. I feel like he could have did more work, but he came in late. So there's a lot of stuff that wasn't said, a lot of stuff that was hidden, put under the rug, and yeah, it was failed.
Both the defense and the prosecution say her testimony before the grand jury helped to re-indict the shooter, Kyle Phillips, after his charges had been dismissed.
San Antonio Police Department releasing a troubling gun statistic. Just this year, SAPD says over 2,000 guns have been stolen from vehicles. SAPD says it's counted roughly 2,400 guns taken from vehicles in 2023. The police department says you should always plan ahead before going shopping or visiting a location that does not allow guns. You should also document your gun's serial number and report it to police if your gun is stolen.
Before we go to break, an Eastside family is finding strength in their community after tragedy struck this holiday season. 2 weeks ago, 21-year-old Latravius Reed was killed in a crash on the city's north side. But as KSAT 12's Avery Everett shows us, San Antonio is stepping up to support them.
Tons and tons of pictures.
Scattered in old photographs.
He's so silly.
Are hundreds of stories.
I have tons and tons of more.
In every one, Latravius Reed is smiling big.
Hilarious, funny, always just on the go at clown.
The Reed family is holding on to these memories and these moments days after Latravius was killed in a car crash.
It's so instant and it was very tragic.
Just 2 weeks ago, the crash happened here on the north side near Jones-Maltzberger off the eastbound lanes of 410. We're told by SAPD that Reed and his partner were exiting the highway when they lost control of their vehicle, hit that barrier and another vehicle before the car came to a stop. His family says they were doing Uber Eats to collect money for Christmas gifts for his daughter.
He was a good spirit. He loved, and when he loved hard.
Since his death, the Reed family says they're overwhelmed with the amount of support they've received.
Tremendous, tremendous.
A lot of support.
And the community here in San Antonio is stepping up to help.
So many people have reached out because just one of the things that the family wanted to do was make sure that London had a really good Christmas.
Hundreds of presents, all donated for Latravius' 2-year-old daughter, London.
It's so many different people that don't even know her that have just stepped up.
His family says nothing will bring their son back, but the legacy Latravius left on his community is clear.
So that just showed the kind of person he was.
The Reed family says his legacy will live on through his daughter, London, and through his skills out on the football field. He played here at Sam Houston, and KSAT 12 even did a player profile on him back in 2019. For that and more of his story, we have it all already on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
640 and 37 degrees.
Still coming up next, a hot and dry year is rough on people, it was rough on pets, and it was rough on plants. Sarah Costa is going to be back with some ideas for you. Top 5 plants that will endure the heat next year.
Well, this year we saw record-breaking heat and extreme drought.
And yep, there is something that deserves a break in 2024. That would be the plants, because they had to fight and adjust just to survive.
Sure did. So that's why in this morning's Gardening with KSAT, I've got the top 5 plants that thrived in South Texas despite those tough conditions that you should try planting in your gardens for next year.
Here are my top 5 picks of plants that thrived in 2023 that you should plant in your gardens for 2024. Zinnias. Pollinators would pick drinking from a zinnia over most of my flowers. Grow them from seeds instead of buying transplants. Trust me, they last longer and then some. They can tolerate super hot temps, but make sure to water in the mornings because they do burn easily. Garlic took off. I planted these on a whim right around Thanksgiving. Holy flavor, they are doing great. And I bought these at the grocery store and planted the cloves right in. Plus, they don't need too much water, freeze tolerant, ward off other pests. Can't wait to harvest in June. Greg's Mist Flower. If you want to build a bar in your garden for the butterflies, Plant Greg's Mist Flower. Extremely drought and heat tolerant. If you build it, they will come. Rosemary. This is a plant it and leave it kind of herb. Heat and drought tolerant. These have survived 2 hard freezes. Plus, who doesn't love a constant supply of fresh rosemary? Salvia indigo spires. She's a goddess, blooms all year, extremely hardy, drought and heat tolerant, native. And the butterflies love her. She makes me look like I really know what I'm doing in the garden. But the secret is she is doing all the work. Plant indigo spires. She'll make you look good. Happy gardening in 2024. Give these plants a try.
Did you have some time or no?
Did I have some time? Like
Mike got it.
Like time?
Mike got it.
I got it.
Always put rosemary and thyme together, right?
And parsley and sage.
Parsley
just
and
like the
sage.
song. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway.
Thank
Seeing
you,
if
Mike.
you're awake, and apparently not.
See, I keep asking Acosta when she's going to come and just, map out my backyard, and she always, just kind of changes the subject. Speaking of which, 410 over there, Blanco. I beat you to the punch there, Sarah. Everything's moving along very well. You can see it's kind of glowing off in the background a little bit, and elsewhere around town. Well, that's the only one we're going to look at right now. Decent amount of traffic. Make sure you warm up the car just a little bit. I have a very, very special shout out this morning. Today's my mom's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
My mom is 97 today.
Wow.
Yep. And she's 97 years old, doing absolutely fantastic. So happy
He deserves
birthday.
a big birthday for putting up with you for 97 years. I don't know. She's 97. How old was she when you were born? How old are you?
Well, I'm 62 now.
All those years she had to deal with you?
Oh, come on. I was the last of 4.
Well, you get your good looks from her. You look just like her.
Actually, I look a lot more like my dad.
Oh my gosh, but I see it in your eyes.
Yeah, but anyway, happy birthday, Mom. All right, beautiful start to the day. We're going to have a spectacular sunrise. Look at those clear skies out there, gorgeous blue skies, bone dry air. And that's why temperatures, it's a little deceiving when you look outside because it's cold out there. Freezing readings, Bulverde off into the hill country and 37 out at the airport. Same thing, Randolph, Castroville, then right around Rio Medina, maybe close to freezing. There's a little bit of a breeze as well, so it does feel like freezing out there at the airport. Feels like freezing at Port Say right now, as well as Castroville. So needless to say, bundle up. Then it warms up quite quickly. Now, it's still going to be jackets pretty much all day long. Sunshine all day, 56 degrees at noon. So we're going to be gaining basically 20 degrees from this morning up until noon. And then we top off at 62 later on today. So it's an absolutely just spectacular day. Around the country, some pretty cold air has invaded. We've had the latest front move on through here. And that cold air was thanks to that big low, which is parked over the central portion of the country right there in the mid-Mississippi, Ohio valleys. And this is what is pulling in, like I said, the colder air did produce a little bit of kind of some wintry precipitation up there around the Great Lakes, as well as further off to the northeast. That's going to keep us on the cool side today, tomorrow, as well as on Saturday. Then we get a little bit of a kind of a little bump right here, if you will. So what that's going to do is we'll still have some fairly dry air in place, but that's going to allow temperatures to get up into the mid 60s by Saturday, and then we top off at 70 on Sunday. But then we get another reinforcing shot of this colder air that's going to be coming on in here just in time for the first part of the week and the start of the new year. A low is going to try and move its way on through here. That's going to give us a chance of rain by Wednesday. And then in behind that, what that next low does, that right now is going to be a wait and see type situation to see if that brings us any rain by then. The first weekend, I should say, of the new year. Today, 62, same thing tomorrow. Cold start, big warm up. Same thing on Saturday, but we warm up even more so. We're going to gain, look at that, a good 25 degrees on Sunday, up to 70. The cold front moves on through here, though. It's going to come through dry, so if anybody's out New Year's Eve, that's good news as far as having any inclement weather for folks out celebrating, but it's still going to be on the chilly side starting off in the new year.
And I know we have a lot of visitors today for the Alamo Bowl happening later, so welcome. And beautiful weather for them to enjoy the Riverwalk and all of our downtown area before the game.
Yeah, take a jacket with you, but it just doesn't get any better than this down here. So.
Absolutely.
They're all asleep. They've been out hanging out on the river for the last 3 days. Joy in San Antonio. They're like napping right now.
They're taking a little nap.
Because the game doesn't start till 8:15.
I know. They have a big day today.
Well, for the Arizona folks, this may be a little on the cool side. For the Oklahoma folks,
a heat up. Look at that.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
an
beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous sunrise.
6:50, 38 degrees as the sun is rising. We'll be back in just a bit for one more look at weather and traffic.
In this morning's GMA First Look, life at sea, just weeks after a 3-year cruise announced it would not set sail as planned. Another company says it's planning a massive journey on the high seas, this time for 3.5 years.
I think we're sort of in the beginning stages of, will this really be a concept that people are buying into? And if it is, we'll absolutely see more people jumping on board and doing exactly the same thing.
Hello from Chichen Itza. And one ship ready to see the world has already set sail.
Okay, this is it. We are doing this 9 months all around the world. Amazing experiences, going to meet amazing people. It's just so nice because you know at a baseline that everybody here has a passion and adventure.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we're diving deeper into longer cruises, including the 9-month journey TikTok can't get enough of. I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
I'm not sure about that.
A lot of questions.
I do know this. Today on GMSA at 9, a local organization focused on recruiting and retaining high-wage jobs in the San Antonio area, sharing some of this year's big wins.
Tiffany Huertas tells us why companies are choosing San Antonio. That's today on GMSA at 9. But let's take a look outside with TransGuide. You know, we're having a lot more people on the roads this morning. Look at that sunrise. It's beautiful.
Yeah, if you're headed east, you better get your sunglasses out.
Oh, yeah. And a nice warm coat, too. So it is one of those mornings where you do have to kind of warm up the car just a little bit. And for, like we've been talking about, all those folks visiting here, hope you did bring a jacket. It's going to be a gorgeous morning. Go out and get some breakfast tacos right down. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are like, a what?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy
Hey, the
because
people from Arizona know what a breakfast taco is, I think.
But they are different.
Well, they're different. Right? You'll have one San Antonio
and they're better here. So
Yes.
anyway, temperature right now stands at 37 out there at the airport. Freezing parts of the hill country and probably in your backyard up around Bulverde. A little bit of a wind chill to deal with and a nice big warm up today, but still jacket weather, especially if you're in the shadows. And once that sun starts to go down, so if you're heading off to the game tonight, make sure you do take a jacket with you. Same thing tomorrow, pretty much on Saturday, a little warmer in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, last day of the new year, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on Sunday. And the front's going to move on through here, so that's going to welcome in some cooler temperatures to start off the new year.
Hey, thank you, Mike. Thanks, David.
We will see you back here for GMSA at 9. Good Morning America is coming up next.